It's Superhero, and you're listening to Inspirado Projecto.
It's December 4th, 2019. Yächtley Crëw is playing for a company called The Warehouse, and they had something to do with inventing Pokemon Go. What's interesting is my buddy Spencer, who submitted a film through Kapow, didn't realize worked for this place. And he went up to him the other day and he said, "Hey, what about hiring Yächtley Crëw for our holiday party?" And they said, "How the heck did you know that we hired Yächtley Crëw?" And he said, "I didn't." They said, "Well, we hired those guys." And he goes, "Oh my gosh, my friend is in that band." So I ended up finding out about that. How crazy is that? So we're playing that party today out there in Marina del Rey. Marina del Rey is where we first took our first photos of Yächtley Crëw. And I'm waiting right now for Philly Ocean to come pick me up. He's picking me up, taking me out there. And the load-in time, I believe, if I screenshotted it correctly, it is, what do we got? Huh. 3 p.m. We got to load in 3 p.m. So, oh, hey. So we're loading in 3 p.m. And I think we're playing at 8. So sometimes it takes a little bit of time for us to break down, put the things in order, and then do the sound check. All that razzmatazz. There's a chair sitting out here in front of the building, just sitting here, just waiting. Like, it looks like it wants me to sit down there with it. I'm contemplating. I think I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna take video of this thing. I'm compelled. I got to do this. Before it disappears. Oh yeah, but heck, let's see if I could do this at the same time. Let's see if I could do this at the same time. I might as well give it a try. Yeah. I gotta do this before he picks me up. Let's try this.
Here's your fun fact. The world-famous Hollywood sign was put in place in 1923 by a real estate developer. Originally meant to stay in place for only 18 months to advertise properties, it originally read Hollywood Land. The sign remained in place long after it was intended to. And in 1949, the word land was removed. Stay tuned to Inspirado Projecto for more fun facts.
Okay, so I just shot the chair. This footage will be used for the future. I'm starting to gather footage that people are just sending me of their own findings, and I'm going to just start putting all this stuff into my own creations. There we go. There it is. Found poetry, baby. Found poetry to the max. So this is my idea. Jenny Clendenin, a.k.a. Jennifer Shendenin, my sister, my soul sister, my birth sister, butterfly sister. She's a butterfly. Also a mermaid. She's a mermaid butterfly. That's my sister. She gave me, you can see the documentation, what we did with it. You can actually go to Instagram.com/Inspirado Projecto. You can actually see what we did with what she gave me, which is this. It's a new notebook for ideas. She gave me 3 pens. She gave me some markers. And I said, okay, you know what? This was for my birthday, November 24th. The day after Fibonacci sequence. How cool is that? Fibonacci sequence starts 1, 1, 2, 3. I'm the next day. Bamzo. Bamzo. It's interesting because I grew up on 321 Arrowhead Trail. 321 Arrowhead. So anytime I saw 321 anything, I immediately thought of home. 321. The running time for Max, Neptune, and the menacing squid is 42 seconds and 31 seconds. 4321, 43 minutes and 21 seconds. There we go. 4321. How crazy is that? Arrowhead. There we go. 321 Arrowhead. When I think of Arrowhead, I'm thinking of 321. Bam. We fire away. Well, guess what? I'm also a Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius. Sagittarius have arrows. Centaurs. I'm a centaur. It's interesting. My name, Kurt, is in the word centaur, if I think about it. Centaur. C-U-R-T, isn't it? Centaur. What if my full name is Centaur? And they shortened it to Kurt. Ooh. Centaur. Ooh. Okay, I think you guys are now witnessing the birth of a brand new alter ego. Centaur. Ooh. Centaur. That is good. Centaur. Wow, that's good. It's crazy because then my name is in it. Centaur. Bam! Huh. Interesting. Cent, like century, centaur. Do they live to be are they known to be living hundreds of years old? Centaur. Wow, man, centaur. Wow, there you go. All right, cool. Well, we'll be using that. So I got this notebook now. I've decided I'm going to bring this with me where I go. I'm going to use this in conjunction with Inspirado Projecto podcast. As many of you know, as some of you are just tired of hearing me say, but it's always bears worth repeating because it might maybe you'll feel encouraged to do the same. My this podcast, what you're listening to here, is of course my journal, my diary, my thoughts, the things that are striking my antenna, bleep, blap, bloop in my antenna at that very moment, and what I'm putting down on the page. The page here is you. You are the cauldron. I'm stirring the ingredients in the cosmic soup. I'm stirring it up, and you're the ones. We're all involved here. Isn't that crazy? We're co-creating this experience. Number one, because you chose to tune into this for whatever reason. Something blipped your antenna, made you follow your calling, and decided to tune into this thing and go, hey, what the heck's going on here? And then, wait, is this Philly Ocean? I think I see, no, that's not Philly Ocean, is it? Yeah, Philly Ocean's here. We'll talk more later. I got to load this in, but man, we will talk to you more later. All right? More later. So I discovered recently that the Furbies are coming back in style. They've changed the eyes a little bit. So they're now just like LED, kind of like pixels on like a little digital screen instead of the actual like plastic eyeballs opening and closing. And apparently they're including it with like an app, and so they're bringing back the Furby. And so my prediction is that there's going to be a Furby movie. I don't think we've ever seen something like that. Hey,
what's up? How are you? Good. Can I please have a tall toasted white chocolate mocha and a cranberry bliss bar?
So yeah, that's my idea.
Sure.
Oh, so 7:06.
Try to remember everything from this point on to 8:06.
So between now and 8:06.
Try to remember every occurrence. Like the one that just
so
happened. What was the one that just happened?
I see what you mean.
On your phone?
Yes. Because we're talking about some cosmic.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've tuned into Inspirado Projecto. Inspirado Projecto.
That ended good. We landed that one.
It's all about the ending.
It really is. We
landed it.
We landed it.
Curse
A+. Curse splat. Now, you had that synchronistic moment. You were talking to your student about this Super Mario Kart song that he was learning on the saxophone.
That's the Mario
You're
Kart
talking
8
about this.
lick.
You walk out into the piano and sitting on
He's
top
like, I
of the
want to
piano.
hear this lick over the chord changes. So I had to go to the piano and figure out the chords first of all, and then plunk it out.
You could actually go to the piano and figure out the chords.
Simple jazz chords, yeah. There's like 2-5-1 chords.
Yeah.
Circle of fourths, you know.
Yes, circle of fourths.
Actually, Stoney
Circle
likes to
of
call it the
fifths.
circle of fifths.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the circle of fifths.
Or diminished sixths.
Yeah.
So we go to the piano to play the chords, and I forgot I had a Nintendo Wii in college, and sitting on top of my piano is Mario Kart 8, the very song we're transcribing the jazz lick from. Yeah, on my piano. This kid's like a junior in high school.
So it's exciting to me to think about all those little elements that had to fall into place in order for those specific moments to match up, and then here
what that's
you were
called?
talking about it. Synchronicity,
Synchronicity.
baby, synchronicity. And what's so cool is the fact that we've had the band Synchronicity opening up for us. I mean, that's been exploding my brain, dude.
Very synchronous, synchrononious.
Ooh.
Wait, it just
Synchron up.
happened, dude.
Yeah.
There's a reason that happened.
And we are the only. I love the fact that they're like our little secret weapon, because this is only that was only their second show, and that was the second
killed
time
it.
we had them play.
They killed it.
And man, they are so
perfect for
good.
our crowd. Our crowd loves them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, everyone's
Oh, they-
commenting how great
They
were.
really massage their brains.
Yeah. I was like, maybe we shouldn't have these guys up before.
I know.
Well, you know, we could have like our own little mini festival. I'm imagining Twisted Gypsy, because they have a wonderful following, and I love those guys. We get Synchronicity on there. Tape, I think, is pretty cool. They've been along with us on a couple times on
Tape's
State
not.
Rock.
Tape. We can't do tape.
No, not Tape.
But we could do Synchronicity and
Right,
Twisted
right.
Gypsy and sell out a theater.
Yeah.
What about
well, and also
what about Elvis?
Band, the junkyard band, or what are they called? God, I can't believe Swamp Rock.
Oh yeah.
Swamp Rock. Those guys, I think they're awesome too.
And by the way, we were playing the Ventura Theater. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's in 2020.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we're playing the
2020
no
It's
more
incredible.
Discovery Zone. We're playing
Whoa,
where the
man.
big boys play.
Incredible.
That's booked.
Wow.
When is that?
What's that
March or
called?
something?
Wait, what's
Or
that called?
February?
Like February or March.
What's it called? The Ventura what?
It's the Majestic Theater.
Oh, the Majestic Theater.
March 20th.
Whoa, man.
The Majestic Theater.
Majestic.
That's a big place where you have to promote heavy. Everyone everyone.
Heavy petty.
And how cool is it? We have these awesome themes that just keep popping up. I mean, majestic, what a great word. You know, that's magical and fantastic mixed into one.
At the same time.
At the same time, majestic.
Synchronicity.
Magical and fantastic. Holy cow. Synchronicity. Synchromonium. It's just incredible because we keep surrounding ourselves with these wonderful positive vibes, and it's
do
like,
you remember what happened since 706?
ooh, okay.
Between 706 and now?
So at 706, we were talking about the synchronicity that happened.
Yeah, we're talking about trying to
Yeah,
remember
yeah, yeah.
everything
Star.
that happened
And then
since
seeing how
706.
the things that we create now evolve into the future,
Yes.
and how those
So where are we now?
domino effects.
715?
Someone from Egypt was on our website. Whoa! Look at this.
Could you imagine us? We
New
play in the
York.
pyramids.
Let's talk about all the different
Yeah,
cities.
let's
that
talk
come on
about- oh,
Yächtley
yeah,
Crëw
let's
in
do
the
it, let's
last
do it.
hour.
I love this.
Okay, we had Riverside, L.A., Chicago, Illinois,
Oh my God!
Paris, California,
Wow.
Chula Vista,
Whoa, man!
Quail Valley. I don't know where that's
Whoa,
Wait, is
man!
it Paris and
at.
France?
Granada Hills. That's where I live.
Oh, that's
San Francisco, San Diego, Egypt. Oh, wait, hold on.
Egypt. Imagine that, dude. We play in front of the Sphinx. Oh my God, that'd be great. Oh my God, dude.
Anaheim, Irvine, Whittier,
Whoa, man!
Agora Hills. And this is all within the 2 hours. This has been
Oh
like
my
75
God!
people.
I
How do you
love
get all
this.
these- how do you
I
get all
love
these
this.
stats?
Because it notifies me. My
Who
phone,
else?
app?
What other
My
far
phone-
places? I mean, Egypt. Where
My
else is
phone
it stretch?
notifies
I mean,
me when somebody's on the website.
how does someone
Oh,
from
the
Egypt
website.
find it? See that?
As soon as
How
I log on the
interesting is that?
website, it tells me. Because if I want to go chat with that person, I can. But I don't. I just use it to see who's on
So
the
how
website.
interesting is that there's someone out there in Egypt who, how did they come across it? I have no idea, but
There's no
somehow they
yachts.
came across.
No one has yachts in Egypt.
There's no yachts in Egypt.
Look at this. Okay, here we go.
Who else?
Yorba Linda, Los Angeles, Sherman Oaks, Roland Heights,
Linda My Blue.
Lake Elsinore, Manhattan Beach, Hawthorne, Woodland Hills,
Whoa, dude.
Irvine,
Website stats.
Agora Hills, Los Angeles, India. I don't know who the
What?
fuck that is.
Egypt and India.
Tonight,
We're
LA,
going to tour in
LA,
India.
Sacramento,
And in
And
front of the
Egypt.
pyramids.
Cerritos, Los Angeles, San Marcos,
You're gonna bless
Manhattan
those
Beach, New York, Santa Monica. This is all in the last couple hours.
Dude, this is, wow, this band is going to take us to all the places we've ever wanted to visit. You know, so much of the stuff that we've talked about that we've imagined so far has come to place. And it's so crazy because it's like we just keep feeding the imagination. Look how this stuff is evolving. I mean, it's at a rapid pace. It's crazy. The word of mouth is ridiculous.
It's
all
word
the
of mouth, dude.
Oh, my
That's what
God.
it is.
And all the people who meet each other at these shows, they love hanging out with each other. And then they become friends. And it's, man, I love seeing how then they become friends on Instagram, Facebook, all the social networks.
People have such a good time at our shows
They do.
that, you know, they want to tell all their friends, you gotta go. This
Yeah.
is a great time. We'll have
It's a
fun.
blissful experience. It's
We're
a valuable.
gonna have a good time if we all go together. We'll put on our
And then an
captain's
extra
hats
good time by dressing up.
and
Because
having a lot of drinks.
I can't wait to see the kind of crazy dresses that's going to happen. All the dress ups tonight. A lot of people. Oh gosh, what's her name? The gal in there, Jeanette. I think
Yeah.
that's her name. She was saying that so many of these people have planned specifically what they're going to be wearing tonight. That's so cool. Like, think about it, man. How cool that is that each and every single one of these people have decided to go out and get their particular costumes and whatnot to then contribute to our show. Wow. How fun is that? We're creating little cultures. We're creating a little utopian society with us. We're creating utopian society.
Weird, dude. It's weird. I mean, the
It's a
website
mobile-
gets so much traffic. We should. Totally
It's like Grateful
sell
Dead. It's like
advertising.
Grateful Dead or Burning Man. You know, it's like one of those kinds of
How do we
things.
get into that? Selling out.
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna sell advertising. I'm gonna sell it to like fucking. You sell it to what's his face? The guy from Player, Peter Beckett.
So the more hits you get, the
You
more
can say
money.
Peter Beckett's got a new album. We'll put a little ad there, and we'll charge him money to keep it up there because we get so much traffic.
Ooh, he would be a part of our festival too. Why not? I think it'd be great.
I mean, we
All of
get
his
a lot
buddies
of
and
traffic,
Elliot
dude.
Lurie.
I mean,
Oh my
it's
God.
all day, every
Ooh,
day,
Michael Saltz gets
all hours
Ringo
of the day.
Starr, dude. Could you imagine we put together our own dream band?
Did you have to turn off the notifications on your phone?
I like how you think, Stony Shores.
Greg Robinson on
He has an
keys.
honesty.
Freaking
was
Angela
just reading, too.
Moore.
It was wonderful.
Dude, we tap all of these people that are just so.
all over the
You know what we do is, you know what, it becomes so easy. It's like this. Who is receptive? Who wants to play?
someone was saying that
Who
Yacht
let's
Rock's
do
not
it.
that big in
That's
Europe.
all their take. That's all it takes, really. It's like, who's responsive? Who likes the idea? Who wants to play together? Let's do it. And it just becomes an easy, natural thing. One, you know, it's like, I love it. It feels so good when that happens.
I like to. I would like.
I'm
to
reading
go
that
to Europe and get paid.
that book called Ensemble. It's about Chicago theater. I think I've been telling you about it. I'm so obsessed with this book. It's so kick-ass because it talks all about yes and improvisation, all the importances of like diving into the same imaginative spirit and just growing it and to such an unapologetic extent that you're accepting this into it and then go, what can we create together with this? And it becomes this smoothie, and it's beautiful when that happens because then you feed each other and it becomes this beautiful precipitation. It just keeps going. What if this? What if that? What if this? What if that? That's improv jazz. That's what's so beautiful about that. They can each sense where they can kind of extend, and it's like, okay, now you go, and like, oh yeah, I like that, and each person give and
Riff
takes
off of
all
each other, yeah.
and they all give and take, and it becomes this playful thing like, oh yeah, boop, you know, now it's your turn, oh yeah, ooh, oh yeah, ooh, me too now, yeah, you know.
I like how you equated that to volleyball and hacky sack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both, if you in
Absolutely.
Radioland could see
yeah.
Stony Shores, Inspirado Projecto, doing these air sports moves. He was doing an awesome,
Yeah.
it looked like a hippie nerdy flip kick or
Yeah.
whatever you call
Oh,
it
yeah.
in hacky sack.
Oh yeah, yeah.
To bump set. Oh no, yeah, it was volleyball, right?
Oh yeah, it was like a
basketball.
Yeah, yeah, mixed also with a little bit of soccer too. You threw there's a hacky sack and then a jonk. I imagine a goal getting right in there. So what's so crazy is like that's what jazz is, you know. That's what all this stuff that you've been playing along. It's someone trying to figure out how to
I mean, I think
find a little groove inside of what's happening already. You know how to go, whoop, yip, biddle, boop, you know how to get in there, and then it becomes it's like an R2 unit, and it's so cool because it's like by having that riff that riffraff. I mean, that's just like with the kind of analogy I get in my brain is like those birds that are all together in a flock, and they all go and they all move together. And it's so interesting because like when you see that happen, it's just this fascinating thing because it's like who's leading it? Well, they're all leading it. They're all just going, oh, let's go this way. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, let's go there. Ooh, yep. And they all kind of take little cues off each other. Oh God, it's so fun. It's so fun. So I would say like to anyone who wants to see Yächtley Crëw show and appreciates the playfulness and improvisation, there's so much that's going on. And depending on where you're standing, there's no bad seat in the house because you're always going to catch a new thing that someone else who's sitting in a different spot is not going to catch. Exactly. You're going to see so many little inside jokes happen up on stage that you'll see between these guys over here that if you stand on the other side of the stage the other night, you'll see a whole nother little thing going on. Me and Philly were joking about that on the way here and just thinking like, even if you stand in front, yeah, you'll see a certain amount of things, but when you're far away, you can see a lot more of what's happening up there. So there's never a bad seat because
That's a good point.
you know, allow yourself to try all perspectives. You know, people are pretty malleable out there in the audience, which is so great. We're building that mobile utopian society, and man, it's so much fun because like when we do this sort of jazz that's happening up on stage, and then the audience gives it back to us, it becomes this like crazy like this whole awesome thing. And now look what's happening now with like through you being a teacher and you're teaching all these students this stuff, and now these students are like, you know, when they can see you at concerts in the park and they're like, whoa, and they see like what you're doing out there and you pop up in the audience. I mean, what kind of feedback have you heard from these guys?
Oh, they're just, they're always bringing up YouTube videos. It's funny because I don't advertise it that much in class, but kids' parents will go to our shows and then they'll be, hey, you should see this great sax player. And they'll be like, that's my teacher.
No way, dude.
They're like, hey, my mom, she showed me this video, and they'll bring it to class and show it to me, and their minds are blown. They're like, dude, so that's you're Pauly Shores? No way. Then they'll show up to class with the captain's hats.
Dude, so you're totally a superhero. You're totally a superhero. So you're not advertising the fact that, you know, Clark Kent is Superman.
Right.
But the parents are going, Superman is, I think that's Clark Kent. And then all of a sudden, bam, then it reverberates its way back. Oh my God, this is crazy, dude. So how do these like parents hear about the shows?
Their friends tell them and take them to shows.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah. They hear about it through other people, and they're like, they're always telling them they got to get out and check out the show. It's amazing. And then more people find out that.
So what's
my son is in kindergarten. He's a 5-year-old at the local kindergarten.
Yes.
And my wife is volunteering in the classroom. And the teacher, one Wednesday afternoon, the teacher is having a conversation with my wife, and she's like, maybe we can all the other kids' parents are talking, and they realize that Maceo's dad is Pauly Shores from Yächtley Crëw.
Oh my God.
And this like huge like following my kids kindergarten.
Dude.
They're like, oh, Maceo. I don't know if his teacher gives him special treatment, but I sure hope he doesn't, because he deserves
like royalty, right? It's like one of the children of like King Charles.
Yeah. I don't know if it's that. I'm sure she's a great, very she's a very good balanced, fair teacher.
Has she seen you play before?
No, she just heard. I don't think she's been to a show.
She will be at a show, and then all of a sudden, that perspective is going to offer in a whole brand new.
So we donated, Yächtley Crëw, the band, donated a signed guitar and swag hats, including captain's hats, to the big PTA fundraiser they had at the beginning of the year and auctioned it off. I don't know how much money it won, but the school got some.
You got to find that out, because you know what? That's perfect press for Yächtley Crëw. Yeah. Because that's something fun that could be posted up there and go be like, bam,
Hollow Hills Elementary School, Spring Fling. I can't remember what it was called. No, the Fall Fair or the Fall Festival.
I think some of the extraordinary stuff about this is the fact that this extends beyond, like, this is an all-encompassing, all-generational kind of thing. This is the good old music that used to be around, and now we're going, here we are. We're bringing it back into this. Yeah. And what's so crazy is, like, the youth is being able to see this stuff happen, you know, and you're teaching them at a direct, like, level about how to do this music. Now all of a sudden you're out there entertaining their parents, and then it's coming back to you. And so it's like, and now this new generation is learning about this great music out there, and they're taking it as a challenge Dude, it's so crazy, man. It's so crazy. Do you find a lot of your students are like trying to like mock you in the
Yeah, they
songs
stand
that
up
they're
on chairs. They say, "Hey, I'm Mr. Pate," and they stand up on their chair and they play their instruments.
Which song do they try to do most?
Oh, they all do Careless Whisper.
Oh, dude.
Every single one of them.
Did
My
any of
sixth
them?
graders, before I teach them a lesson, they all come to me the next day of class saying, "Mr. Pate, look what I learned how to play." Do 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 do. They'll try. Some will get it, like some get it quicker than others.
Oh my god, dude!
I mean, it's only like 7 or 8 different notes, but it's a really hard high part of the saxophone. Yeah. They try to hit that high note.
Oh my god,
so amazing,
dude!
Yeah, it's
You know,
changing
that,
the culture.
That could be a fun thing for you to have the kids, all of them who want to learn. You have an open, learn this song day, and so then you perform that live at a concert at some point. I think that would be pretty cool. I think that would be phenomenal.
We did Careless Whisper in the concert last spring. Careless Whisper, Africa.
How many of your students were in the audience?
The students. Oh no,
Or their parents?
have seen our shows.
Were like in any, let's say the concerts in the parks. Let's say. How many times have you seen students where it's like, whoa, like
the
holy
ones
cow?
in See Me, everybody's asking us to play See Me again, but we haven't been back to See Me in a while. So when we're out there, I see a lot of parents.
You see a lot of the families out there, huh?
Yep.
Is that cool to like see them bringing along then their friends and their neighbors
we
and
did the
stuff?
Moore Park concert in the parks, and we did the See Me concert in the parks. It was like
I mean-
so many of my friends and family were there. It was
my god!
so cool.
Oh my god! So they just kept gathering everybody who.
Yeah.
It's like, come on in. This is something you'd like.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude! How many people in your community do you figure at this point know about Yächtley
A few
Crëw?
hundred.
Whoa!
Yeah.
And I'm just sure it'll continue to grow, because imagine how many of those people will have friends or family or neighbors who happen to be in town during a show. And it's like, oh my God, you're in town. Oh yeah, come on over here. And all of a sudden, maybe they're in town from freaking, I don't know.
Sold out for like the 14th month in a row.
You remember when you came and auditioned for us?
Yeah, I
And you
remember.
jumped on the couch.
He jumped on the couch. That's when we knew for sure. This is the guy. This is the man for the job.
What this guy's is?
Oh yeah.
I didn't do that
He
the
jumped
first
into the
time.
imaginary
I did.
audience. Yeah, he jumped into the imaginary audience. That's what I was imagining. He was
Because
like,
you
"Rah."
said Cohete told you that these guys want a crazy guy running around.
Yeah, that's
Kind
right.
of. Yeah.
That's right.
He
Yeah.
set me up for it.
Yeah.
He was
I
like, told you
love
this
it.
guy, man.
Oh my
He was
God,
like,
you
this
guys.
guy.
Give it up for Cohete.
Yeah, dude.
Man, gave you the dream gig.
Hey man, he's got a Grammy, so fuck.
Yeah.
He did the right
You
thing.
made the right
Wow.
move. That's
Yeah.
when you follow your heart, and it will
You know
usually
he
lead
was
you
that
in the
video
right
though,
place.
and he's like, damn.
Oh, he sees it. He sees it. He's probably, damn, that would have
love
been
it.
fun.
Yeah,
But I'll just sit here with my Grammy.
yeah. And his beautiful
I just
girl.
polished this Grammy.
Doesn't he have like a hot lady up there too,
Yeah,
or
he's got a
something?
girlfriend.
Yeah.
I got a hot lady and a Grammy. Yeah. A hot lady and a Grammy. Oh my God. Yeah. And that'll be the song that wins us a Grammy for Yächtley Crëw. I got a hot lady and a Grammy.
And my name is Jeff Cohete.
This time of year, all the plugins are Yeah, they're all on sale right now. You gotta buy them now.
Jeff Cohete. My name is Jeff Cohete.
Jeff Cohete and I won a Grammy.
And I got a hot lady.
I got a hot lady and a Grammy. A hot lady and a Grammy. Hot lady and a Grammy. That's gonna be the song that wins us the Grammy. Got a hot lady and a Grammy.
And the Grammy. That's not a Grammy, that's my wife. And she's not that old. I wouldn't say she's a Grammy.
It's like a double joking one. I love it. That's not a Grammy, that's my wife.
She's only 85.
How dare you insult her age?
She's not my Grammy.
I mean, it gets really crazy.
I love it. I love it. It's so many like mysteries wrapped up in one.
Lights going like.
One? I would say more than one.
Yeah.
It's already programmed.
Yeah.
Already programmed.
Oh yeah. At least 5.
And now with like.
Yes, 5. Now you're
It's
talking.
multi-dimensional.
Now you're
I mean,
talking.
really, why stop there? It's
Why not go 5?
Why not go 5? Oh, why not go 5? Oh, why not go
Why
5?
not go 5? Why not go 6?
So, how many students would you say would be willing to learn the Careless Whispers song?
I have
On their
cello players
chosen-
that learn it.
Everything goes. So you just go to
Violin players that learn it.
Because you have violin players, cello players, trumpet players,
Clarinet players.
clarinet, harp. Any harps?
No harps in my band.
What kind of instruments do you have?
That was it. It's just trombone. I got
That's them all.
trombone and 6 trumpets, 2 trombones, 9 alto
So you
saxophones
could have
that
a
all
really
play Careless
powerful,
Whisper.
Yeah, I like lights.
really powerful thing.
Like I do.
Could you imagine if you play students who are up sitting in the bleacher or whatever?
Oh, we did that
along
last Christmas.
it, so everything is coming through from
We
everywhere.
did Amazing Grace, and I had
Did you?
I had 2 trumpet players on the front
Oh
corner
my
of the room.
God, dude! No way.
On the other corner
You
of the room,
orchestrated
and
that?
They all played Amazing Grace, and they at the end.
Dude,
they,
that must have been
they were
powerful.
Playing like it was just the trumpets at the beginning, and then
my
just
God,
the
that
trumpets
must have
at the
been
end,
powerful.
and it was like they had echoes going on. Da 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 da. The other end of the room, da da. It was like this big round that they did. It was beautiful.
Man.
Yeah.
So they each took turns.
Yeah.
It was like stirring it, and
With
stirring it.
the whole orchestra backing them, so it wasn't just 4 trumpets. It was like 4 trumpets, the whole, and that was hard to conduct because I had to like. Everybody sees me from a different angle.
Whoa, dude.
I need to do like a
Whoa,
Shiva,
dude.
Shiva, or what's that god that has like 8
Oh
arms?
yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's like Shiva. Yeah.
Yeah. I should have been able.
Put
I
you in
wish-
front of a green screen.
If I
so it's
could, if I could have conjured that up, then I could have. It would have been easier for me to
Dude,
conduct.
guess what? Next year I'm making a prediction. You're going to be a hologram.
Oh wow!
We can CGI in those extra arms for you, man.
Too far from what could be the truth.
Dude, absolutely. Absolutely.
I know what you're saying.
We're going to have virtual reality Yächtley Crëw concerts. I'm already predicting it.
Yes. VR is the
VR,
new
baby. VR, baby.
YRR.
Now imagine this. Pauly Shores has a camera, 3D camera, sits atop his hat during the whole show.
dome.
During the whole show, people can actually tune in through VR and be up there at the top of your hat in your perspective. And dude, they get to look around, man. They get to see you disappearing. They get to see you looking around. They get to see you going up into the balconies, dude. Could you imagine how crazy that would be? Heck, maybe there's a little tiny camera that you got on the end of your saxophone.
Oh yeah.
So people are like, whoa, be his saxophone.
What?
Could you imagine? So you're like, what?
do
And
that,
you're like,
GoPro
you
Pauly
become,
Shores.
oh my God, dude. We get sponsorship from GoPro. Could you imagine how crazy that would be, dude? Damn, Pauly. Ladies and gentlemen, Pauly Shores.
Inspirado Projecto.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of Inspirado Projecto, and I want you to go on a journey with me as I take a whiff. This flower on this bush here. What's so crazy is it just recently rained, so there's this like wonderful moisture on this flower. Isn't it crazy? So we actually have a kinship with Mother Nature, with plants, with animals. It's funny because here I am. Here's the flora. There's the fauna. Okay, so here I'm near the flora, and right as that's going on, the fauna comes running past. What's the fauna? Well, a young couple. They're 2 sort of largish dogs. Here we are. Let me set the stage for you. We're out here by the marina. I would call it the marina. The harbor. It's the harbor. And there's some extraordinary reflections happening on the water here. It's beautiful. There are these boats all over the place with their flagpoles. They're sail poles going, and they're all over the place. What's interesting is, who knows who lives here? How about this? How about this idea for a show? Okay, include me on this. We call this The Harbor. If there's already a movie out there or something called The Harbor, that's fine. But call this The Harbor, and it's about all the people who live in the boats in the harbor. We see a lot of these beautiful shots of the stuff, of the reflections in the water. I mean, it's a brilliant sight. I gotta record this, okay? I gotta record this. If I try to record this while I'm talking to you, it's just not gonna work. So I gotta video record this. However, I'll talk to you more later. Thanks for sticking around. So, yesterday at the warehouse restaurant for the Yächtley Crëw gig, that was really cool. Sometimes we do these corporate gigs, these private gigs, and it takes a little bit of effort to stir it up, to get people rocking and rolling, to get them deciding to be loose enough with each other to just go ahead and dance, not worry about it. Today is the 5th. I'll be substitute teaching some improv today for my buddy Darren's after-school class. He sent me the lesson plan earlier, so I got to look through that. Some of that stuff is just good reminders. Just good reminders. When you look at some of these improv games, it gets to the root of what's going on with human behavior. Jamie Lee Wise, I remember he once said, this is back during Columbia College, I remember he said something to the effect of, if we burned all the philosophy books out there in the world and all we had left was acting books, he said that would probably do us much, a much greater service, so to speak, because the acting books are focusing on the human behavior aspects and also just the roots of what makes people interact with others. It's the root of just how it all unfolds. And these improv games, this one, for today, we're going to be teaching the kids about the big 4 emotions. The big 4 emotions. That is happy, sad, angry, happy, sad, angry, and scared? Yeah, scared. So the idea is that emotions like happy or sad, you have a very loose body. There's no tension in your body. When you're scared or angry, you've got tension in your body. And it's just being aware of that. When you're acting, how do you show those emotions in your face and your body? Your feet, your chest. How do you be aware of those things? How do you physicalize it? How do you vocalize it? So those are going to be some of the elements they're going to be teaching the kids today. They're going to do some exercises with that. Just walking around. They're going to walk around among themselves. Just walking, being aware of each other's space, walking, and then tuning into specific parts of their body. Okay, how do your feet feel? I want you to feel angry in your feet. Feel the anger in your feet. How does that feel? Feel the anger in your legs. Ooh. Feel the anger in your legs. Feel the anger in your torso, your belly. How do you feel? Oh, I'm so angry. Feel the anger in your back, in your chest. How do you physicalize that? Your face. What does that feel like? What does that feel like? That anger in your face. How does your face look? What are you doing with your arms? So, and then, okay, let that go. Let that go. Now feel happy. Feel happy in your feet. What does that feel like? Feel the happy in your feet. Feel the happy in your back. Feel the happy in your face. How does that feel? Feel the happy in your back, your arms. How do you physicalize that? How do you physicalize that? So it's interesting when you really think about that. Since actors can turn on emotions, those are people who figured out how to tune into their emotions. So it's interesting you see a lot of sad actors knowing that they can turn on their emotions at any time. Why not turn on your emotion to happy? Abraham Hicks talks about getting happy first and then, utilizing the law of attraction, manifesting what you want. But get happy first. Look at this. As I'm walking, I found a penny on the ground. That's a sign of abundance. I'm a money magnet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm a money magnet. Thank you. That's my song that I sing whenever I find any sort of money on the ground. Doesn't matter what size it is. It's a reminder to me that I am a money magnet. All right, we're going to start our flight through the grocery stores now. So we'll talk to you more later, as I will need both of my hands and all my tentacles for this job. So, are you enjoying your Moscow Mule?
I am. It's delicious.
What's the Moscow Mule made with?
Vodka, ginger beer, and I think that's about it. Maybe lime.
What do you like most about the Moscow Mule?
The ginger beer. I like ginger.
Now, how was your day at work today? Pet walking.
It was good. Went to Marina Del Rey, walked some dogs around there.
How many dogs?
3. 2 at one house and then 1 at another.
And that's 3 dogs throughout the whole day?
No, just around Marina Del Rey. I walked more earlier in the day.
How many total in the day total?
I don't even know. Maybe 6.
Where were all the locations?
Culver City, Santa Monica, Marina Del Rey.
Oh my God, you were all over the place. Are all the keys where they need to be in these? I hear what do you talk about, the lock boxes?
Yeah, they were all where they needed to be, luckily.
What is that really exactly? To anyone who doesn't know.
You mean like the key situation, or?
Yeah, the key situation. What's that like for the dog walker? What's that about?
Every person has a lockbox, and they have their key that opens either their apartment door or their house door, and you have to put a code in, and each code is different for every house. So you put the code in, and then it unlocks the box, and it opens, and then you get the key out.
So every single house has a different code?
Yeah, they all have their own codes.
And then sometimes they have a whole separate key to open it? Or is it always a code?
No, it's just a code. It's just numbers that you put in, and then it opens up, and then you take the key out.
So they tell the company what the heck the code is, so then you know to get the key and then to go in there and get their dogs?
Yeah, we have like a profile on every dog, So it'll say like their name, what kind of dog they are, what kind of walker they are, if they're not good with, you know, other dogs, if they're not good with kids, so you know when you're walking them, like how they're gonna be. And then it'll tell us like where the key is located, like where the lockbox is located and that kind of thing.
So, how far, on average, do you walk a dog?
Speaking of dogs, there's a short little, I think he's a pit bull or like a pit bull mix. He's so cute.
There is.
He's a short and stout little guy.
It's incredible.
It varies. Usually the walks are anywhere from like 15 minutes to an hour. Just depends on what the owner wants. So you just walk around the neighborhood and I set my timer, and I've learned like the neighborhood, so I know like how long it takes me to get from one area to the next and when I need to turn back and that kind of thing.
How many famous people have you walked the dogs of?
None with this job. With the other job in West Hollywood, there was a lot of people, but I don't think my new boss has any big-time clients that I know of.
Who were some of the clients that were celebrities that you walked their dogs of?
Gerard Butler. Some of them were like, like writers and directors, and there was a guy that worked for Netflix that was like, I think a writer on Netflix or something like that. Christina Aguilera had 2 dogs that stayed with my boss. I don't think we ever walked them though. Who else? Oh, Gerard Butler's girlfriend. So then I'd find out the gossip between them, like when they were breaking up and like when they were back together and things like that.
Writer of Entourage.
Yeah, I dog sat for her a couple times. She has 2 really sweet labs. She has a nice little house in West Hollywood.
And you're a big fan of the show?
Yeah, I used to love Entourage. So I got curious because I would get curious about these people, and I'd be like, oh, I wonder who this person is, you know? And then I'd Google them, and I'd be like, whoa, like, this person's a writer on this show, or this person's a director, or like a, wardrobe stylist, or whatever. So it's pretty interesting.
Was that astonishing to come to that realization that you're a big fan of the show, and then here you are many days in the future, like walking someone who's associated with their dog?
I dog sat for her, so I slept over in her house, too.
It's crazy.
She's a really nice lady, yeah.
Who are some of the... Wasn't there a comedian, or who are some of the other people?
I'm trying to think of who else.
I don't know if there was some Saturday Night Live guy or some sort of like, there was like some kind of, who was he? There was some guy
because a lot of them most of the time we didn't even see the owners. It would be like a live-in. A lot of them had like live-in, either like a nanny or a housekeeper that was always there. So you just go to the door and the housekeeper would just open the door and you'd go in and grab the dog and then leave. So, Olivia Wilde and what's her husband's name now? Can't think of his name. Justin. I don't remember who the guy is that she's married to, but I met her, and I met her husband. He's an actor. They're both actors. They're super nice, down to earth. Met a lot of people at the vet too that come in.
I was just gonna say, you met Amy Mann.
Yeah, Shepard Fairey, who I'm like, it's like it took everything to not be like take a picture and like get his autograph and everything. I was trying to just like play it cool, because I was bringing his dog to him after surgery.
You talked to him? You actually talked to him?
I just kind of told him like I love your work, and like I don't want to like make a scene or anything.
You were able to tell him?
Like, yeah, and
What did he say?
He was just like, oh, thank you, like just like smiled. And his wife would come in a lot, and she's super sweet, and she usually comes in with the dog. So like, I was surprised when he came in. I was like, holy shit! That was really cool.
You recognized him?
Yeah, I know what he looks like. Yeah, I love his
incredible.
He's a street artist. Yeah, One of the actors on Big Bang Theory brought his dogs in. A bunch of people, and it's like you think you're gonna be starstruck, but you're like, they're just regular people bringing their animals into the vet, you know, and then like you're like, should I say something? Because you like kind of want them to know that you recognize them and you appreciate their work and stuff, but then I know in the moment you kind of clam up and you're like, oh, okay, I'll be back with your dog in a minute, you know, like, I'm gonna go get the weight and temp, I'll be right back.
It's crazy because you get a whole nother aspect of these people than anybody else out there in the world would ever, like, whoever knew that Shepard Fairey even had animals?
Yeah. He has pugs. He's a big pug fan. And it was cute because he posted something on Instagram like a few months ago. His old pug named George had like his 10th birthday or something. I was like, I know George. Like, I've taken care of him.
That's
you know?
crazy.
Yeah. So, and you also have their addresses and stuff. So there's been times where I'm like, I want to take the address down and just like go drive slowly by the house and creep, you know, like see where they live.
Oh my God, that's incredible. I love it. It's like, I know on occasion you've told me that you've had, you know, the desire to basically, you know, kind of come up with your own animal sanctuary. What kind of animals do you think that you'd want to have there?
Well, it's cool because I went to that farm sanctuary. They had like the celebration of the turkeys, and it was really nice. It was very clean, and they had all kinds of animals. They had cows, sheep, goats, pigs. These huge pigs. I didn't realize how big they got. What else? I think that was it.
How big was the animal sanctuary? How many acres?
I have no idea. But each animal had its own little, you know, they had horses in one section, donkeys, like every animal had their little area. And some of it was open, and then they also had like enclosed an area, you know, kind of like a barn where they could go in and, you know, sleep if they wanted to or get away from the elements outside or whatever. And it was just awesome because they all had their own stories, you know, and they all had names and everything, and the employees would tell like a little background about each of them, and, you know, like this was supposed to be a veal cow that was on its way to slaughter, and we got a phone call, and, you know, we went and got it and picked it up, or, you know, this one was badly injured and we went and got it, and so it's awesome just to see how happy they are and free and just, you know, living their life how they're supposed to. And
by being there at the animal sanctuary and seeing that in person, did it kind of give you a better sort of like visualization and realization into how you might want to set up your own? Yeah,
I mean, it's hard because all these places go off donations, so it's like you have to have money to put, you know, having large animals like that is a lot of money. You got to feed them, you know, you have to clean up after them, and then eventually you're going to need people to help you because you can't do everything on your own, you know. So, yeah, I mean, I don't even know where they start, you know, because they'd have to buy a place that has land or is already kind of set up in that way where it has a barn or something. So it, you know, and then, yeah, you have to have the money coming in order, which they make money from people coming to visit. You know, I think they charge like a donation or whatever. And then having events like that too, people buy tickets for it, so that helps. And then they also have a gift store too, like a little gift shop with all kinds of stuff. So it's just nice to know there's places like that exist, you know. There's people out there that are willing to take the time out to care for these animals and save them from shitty conditions, and so.
Where do you think they get most of their money to run these places?
Just people donating money, them selling whatever stuff they have in the gift store, and whoever owns it, you know, he's putting his own money into it too. So
It's interesting when I think about like all these, you know, billionaires that are out there, and it's like, okay, you got billions and billions of dollars. How cool would that be to just sit down and go, you know what? I'm going to save a whole bunch of animals for the rest of my life, and I'm just going to go ahead and just take care of these animal sanctuaries.
yeah.
You know, just every year.
That's what was nice about when we went to that gala, you know, and they had like celebrities there that were, you know, animal activists and donating their money and their time. And, so I think that helps bring awareness too, you know, to the situation.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like these people that are millionaires. It's like, how about instead of buying another car, you know, like your 7th car, how about you like donate that money to an animal or a child or like someone or something that can't like really speak for themselves and that needs it, you know? And that's what's frustrating. Because then it's like I'll sign up for one thing and then I get all these like things in the mail, like please donate to this and that, and it's like it breaks my heart because it's like I wish I could, you know, like I wish I could just give my money to every single animal shelter and sanctuary, and but you know, I do what I can.
Do you have a name for your animal sanctuary?
No, not yet. That's something I've been thinking about.
The Jenny Clendenin Society?
No, I don't know if
Jenny
I'd want my
Clendenin
name
for
in it.
Animals Society Humanity?
I don't know if I'd want my name in it. I think I'd want something like about compassion or like something like that incorporated in with it.
I like it. You heard it here, folks. Keep your ears and eyes open for Jenny's upcoming sanctuary. Take care and be good to your animals. An idea for a guitar riff, a uke riff.
Fun, both wrote and directed it too.
Really?
Yeah. And okay, so we just brought up the Easy Rider reference, but where Jack Nicholson comes out of the jail and he's like, "Yick, Indian," and he's like taking a sip of the whiskey right when he comes out of the jail, because I think like maybe one of his family members was able to pay like a what do they call it, like a bribe, to get him out of the jail. So you said this is the how many times have you heard this reference in the past few days?
The last 48-hour period, I've heard Easy Rider referenced at least 5 times.
Oh my God! In what context? What was the first time?
It was actually in Marina Del Rey with you. I think you mentioned it on Wednesday.
So you heard it then, and then what happened?
And then I heard it again, probably on the radio the next day or something. The TV.
And then when?
And then
was there anyone at work talking about it?
At least 5. That's what I'm not trying to fudge the numbers or anything, but it's at least. I mean, I feel like you're kind of accusatory. I'm trying to keep a straight face.
I'm not accusing you. No. No, I'm like I'm astonished.
I don't remember the exact locales. It should be though, like. It's such a
I'm not grilling you in terms of like, are you telling the truth? But I'm honestly interested in like, because if we could pinpoint those things and think about the people we were talking with at that time, maybe there are even more gold nuggets to discover within that conversation that we just didn't even realize.
Yes, I just went off on a humor tangent there, and it ended up.
But I love it. No,
it wasn't funny at all.
No, it was good. The at-home viewers loved that. That's why they listen.
Hey, any questions?
Any questions?
Oh, you were on your phone. I couldn't see you.
So now, have you ever seen that movie? Easy Rider?
No, I thought that's what we were just talking about.
Oh, right. The listeners never ever actually did see it.
The listeners haven't heard that part of the story. That's right. Right. Yes.
Okay. Now that's something I didn't know about till right.
I've never seen Easy Rider.
Oh my gosh.
Nope. Right.
It's a good movie to watch, just uninterrupted.
Oh, hey, yes. Speaking of,
have you seen Easy Rider? Philly's a motorcyclist.
1998.
But you did see Easy Rider.
Seen it then?
Yeah.
So
did it inspire you in any way to get your motorcycle?
No, it didn't inspire me to get a motorcycle.
Did you say 1988? Were you like 2 years old then?
1998.
Oh, 98. You were 12 years old.
I would have been 7 years old in 1988. So.
For the listeners at home, Philly Ocean is the baby of the band.
And did you know that?
Actually, Tommy's younger than me, technically.
Oh, he's got an old soul.
Do you know who Peter O'Donoghue is?
Mm-mm.
He helped put together National Lampoon magazine.
Oh.
And he wrote an Easy Rider 2 called Biker Heaven or something that he was trying to get off the ground with the guys. So I'm curious, like, what that might have been like. Because in the movie, it's quite an interesting story. You got to check it out.
Well, Easy Rider is notorious for having inspired a generation of riders. It was like basically it was like the first biker movie out there, and it brought about this biker culture in the United States.
What was first, Easy Rider or Sturgis?
I don't know.
Maybe it inspired Sturgis. Maybe they have screenings there at Sturgis.
There's
just that freedom aspect, that idea of like just being free on the motorcycle, just going across, like going across the way.
I thought I heard your voice. Hey,
Chris is here, up in the crow's nest. It's the Chris nest. Some call it the crow's nest. I call it the Chris nest.
Rob's driving by.
Oh boy. And with that, my advice to you is go see Easy Rider.
Easy Rider, go see it.
I'm hearing these people talk about Jumbo's Clown Room. I think it'd be fun to do a documentary about it. Note to self, do a documentary about Jumbo's Clown Room. Have you ever been to Jumbo's Clown Room?
Yeah,
Some people have in this town. Do a doc.
probably the best
Really?
topless. Well, they did. They wasn't.
It's like a freak
it,
show,
It wasn't even topless. It was. They had pasties on because they served hard liquor. That's why everybody liked it. And the girls there were super friendly. They were
I keep hearing all kinds of legends about this Jumbo's Clown Room, so maybe it's time for us to do a documentary about it. Note to self.